Hi CC family, it's Misty here, and we're going to be practicing what we call a C1 sequence. It's basically a class that you can do anytime. It's for beginners up to advanced practitioners. So if you're new to yoga, this is a great sequence to learn some of the basic postures. And I have Mar, who is a sophomore here at CC, that's going to be demonstrating for us as well. So welcome to your practice. Thank you for taking time to just come into this present moment, because I know that it's a crazy time for all of us. And so practicing yoga can really be helpful in just centering you down and helping you get some focus, some clarity, a little more easeful maybe going from day to day. So start in a seated position. And you might want to grab a couple of blankets. We've got a couple of blankets here, but just grab a blanket or a pillow so that you can sit up on the blanket and tilt your hips forward. So I'm right on the edge of my blanket. My hips are tilted forward. And then I'm just going to rest my palms facing up. This is a mudra, really a full body mudra of receiving. So close your eyes, roll your shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. Settle into this place, wherever you are, on campus, not on campus, wherever you are, just feel the earth underneath you. Feel yourself rooted down, strong and stable. And breathe into that space. Take your right hand and put it on your belly. So as you breathe in, you can feel your belly just filling up, expanding, and exhaling, you can feel the belly just retract in. Breathing in and out. Close your eyes if that feels okay to you, and take 4 or 5 breaths here, just expanding the belly and letting it relax as you exhale. Bring the breath all the way down behind your hand. Good. And we'll move into a 3-part breath. So we've done the belly. Bring both hands to the rib cage. So you're going to feel the belly expand as you inhale, and then we want the rib cage to move outward. So breathe into your belly, and then expand the rib cage out. And let it go with a ha. Breathe into the belly, feel the rib cage expand out, and exhale ha. Good. Do that 3 more times. Feel the belly at the bottom, then the rib cage moves out, and then the ha on the exhale. Do that on your own. See if you can really feel what it feels like to take a deep, full breath. Shoulders stay relaxed down. Feel the sensation of the body filling up with prana, with energy, with breath. Good. 1 more time. Good. This next part is the 3rd part of our 3-part breath. So bring your hands up to your collarbones. And most of us breathe pretty shallow up here, but we don't get the breath all the way down to the belly. So I want you to breathe the breath into the belly like you practice, into the rib cage, and then all the way up. You should feel your collarbones rise as the top part of the lung fills up. So breathe in to the belly, the rib cage, and then all the way up to the collarbones. And then exhale with a ha. Breathe into the belly, to the rib cage, and then to the collarbones. Fill it up and let it go with a ha. Do that 3 more times on your own. Breathing in and exhaling out. Good. Breathing in, belly, rib cage, collarbones, and then letting go. Beautiful, Mar. 1 more time. Breathe into the belly, the rib cage, all the way up, and then let it go. Great. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and open up your eyes. Walk your hands forward more if you turn to the side so they can see a child's pose. The knees are wide. Toes touch behind you and the arms extend out in front. Beautiful. Yes. So here is where we set our intention for our class. So spend a moment to offer up something to the world around you, or to receive something that you might need at this time. Set that intention for your practice, for our time together. This pose is a wonderful pose. It's called Garandasana, the child's pose, the pose of wisdom. So here we are at the beginning of our practice, asking for wisdom, allowing the body to give us the wisdom and the practice to help us really ground down into the things that are powerful and that will give us some strength and some positivity in our life. So take one more big breath here and let it go with a big ha. Good. And then press into your hands, tuck your toes, Mar, and come into your first down dog. So this is an inverted V. As you can see, Mar's got this beautiful, nice long back of the body opening. Press into the knuckles of your hands. So really feel the knuckles rooted down. Good. Mar, bend your knees a little bit here and lift the sitting bones up. Yes. So you want to feel this nice stretch from the knees all the way up to the sitting bones. Really good. And then go ahead and release the heels down a little bit more. And you can pedal this out. So if you want to bend one knee and then the other as you breathe. So we want to keep the breath moving. Breathing in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. On the next inhale, more look forward and walk your feet to the top of the mat. Or take one big step. Beautiful. Let your head hang here. And bring your hands to opposite elbows. We'll just hang and ragdoll. So you can see Mar's weight is forward into the balls of his feet. And let the head just bounce here. Like let go of the head as much as you can. Good. And then move from side to side. Just beginning to feel the back of the body opening up. And breathing, letting go. Imagine that you've got a great big hole in the top of your head and it's releasing any tension or any thoughts of anything other than being here right now in this place. Good. Release your hands down to the mat and inhale, halfway lift. So Mar's going to have his hands here, but you can bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs. Good. And then the head's going to be nice and long. So Mar, look about 6 inches in front of the mat there. And see this nice, long, elongated from the head to the tailbone. This is halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's try that one more time. Shoulder blades are back. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Good. And then step back into high plank, Mar. Just let's demonstrate this, because in this class we do kind of a lot of chaturangas is what this is called. Good. So Mar's wrists are right underneath his shoulders. Beautiful. He's going to squeeze his elbows in and come down about 3 or 4 inches to low plank and then upward facing dog. Roll over. Draw the shoulders back. Beautiful. And downward facing dog. This is called chaturanga. So we'll be doing this quite a bit in this class. So you might want to practice that. Put it on pause and give it a go. Mar, look forward, please, and walk to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drag the hands at the front of the body. Keep the head hanging down till you get to your knees, and then turn the palms out. Reach out and up. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, extend the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come through the heart space all the way to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back for high plank. Lower down to low plank. Upward facing dog. Let the heart come forward, really press into the hands, and then downward facing dog. Good. And again, just keep pedaling it out, maybe bouncing out the knees a bit here. Good. And we'll do that again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. 1 or 2 steps, 3, 4, it doesn't matter. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time, swan dive down. So let the heart lead, come forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back for high plank. Lower down to low plank. Upward facing dog, a little smile on your face. Good. And then downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale. Try this time to take 1 giant step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And if you'd like, if you've got some blocks or some books that you want to put your hands on here, that's perfect. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Take a lot of space. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Just take a moment. Maybe close your eyes here and feel yourself really standing on the earth. So feel the inside of the feet stretching back, the outside edge of the feet. Toes are touching. Heels can be slightly apart. Feel the kneecaps lift, tailbones rooting down, and the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, is lifting to the crown of the head. Find your place here on earth, standing strong. Good. Inhale, sit down in chair pose. So bring the hands down and then reach them up. Beautiful. So as you can see, Mar has really great alignment here. He's sitting back on his heels, tailbones tucked under, but he's reaching up, chair pose. We call this lightning bolt pose also, so it builds heat in the body. Building some heat, Mar?
Yeah.
Good. Good. So we're here in chair pose, social distancing here. Good. And then bring the hands to heart center, fold over straight legs to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back for high plank. We'll do a chaturanga. Lower down, low plank on the exhale, upward facing. Beautiful. And downward facing dog. That's it. Take 3 breaths here. Breathe in and exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Ha. One more time. Breathe in and exhale out. Ha. Good. And we'll move into some poses you might be familiar with. Inhale, lift the right leg up and draw it through for low lunge. So the foot comes right between the hands here. Good. And then Mar's going to rise up for warrior 2. Windmill the arms around. The back foot is now parallel to the back of the mat. His arms are reaching forward and back. And his gaze is over the 3rd finger of his right hand. Breathe in and exhale it out. Breathe in, maybe come a little bit deeper into the lunge there, Mar. And it's wherever you are practicing, it's perfect, so just stay with it. Good. One more breath in. And on the exhale, extended side angle. The right elbow comes to the right knee. The left arm reaches up and over the head, if that's available. If not, and that doesn't feel okay to you, you can lift your arms straight up. So whichever feels okay. Mar's looking up. It's beautiful. Either of these versions is perfect. Good. One more breath in and an exhale. On the next inhale, reverse triangle. The left arm comes down, the right arm reaches up, and the right leg is straight. Yes. So nice stretch on the legs with your standing pose is strong. You're breathing in, maybe you're looking up at the fingers. Beautiful, Mar. Good. Take one more big inhale. And on the exhale, windmill the arms down. High plank, step that front foot back. Lower down to low plank, upward facing on the inhale, staying breath and movement, and downward facing dog. That's it. So just notice the difference between the right side, which we just moved through these postures, and the left side. So beginning to pay attention and being full in your body here, paying attention to how it feels, paying attention to the breath. That is what yoga is, the alignment, the body, the breath, the spirit, all unified. All right, Mar, let's do the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Draw it through for low lunge. Inhale, rise up for warrior two. The back foot turns so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Beautiful, that's it. And the front foot is pointed towards this way, whatever that means. Good, so you can see kind of the way it looks on the back of the body here. The back foot again is parallel and the front foot is turned this way. Go ahead and look forward, Mar, for a big breath in and an exhale. Good. One more inhale and extended side angle. The left elbow comes down, the right arm reaches up and then maybe even over. And you'll notice how Mar's shoulders are lined up. So his left shoulder and his right shoulder are stacked on top of each other. So make that adjustment to really open up the heart here. Good. One more breath in and exhale it out. Good. Next inhale, reverse triangle. So the right arm comes down, the left arm reaches up, and that front leg is nice and straight now. And he's breathing into that left rib cage. Direct your breath here. Good. And we take 3 to 5 breaths in each of these postures to begin. One more breath in, Mar. And on the exhale, windmill the arms down to high plank. Lower down to low plank. Upward facing dog on the inhale. And exhale back, downward facing dog. How's everybody doing? This is an awesome practice. These are basic postures for any yoga practice. So what makes a practice more advanced is the breath. So go ahead and everybody come down to child's pose before we move into the flow. We're going to move those postures. One breath, one movement will be the next thing that we work on here. So I want you to just take some breaths here. Wide knees, toes are touching. The breath is flowing in and out. Breathing in and out. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and come to downward facing dog. Press into the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips up. We're going to do those 3 movements, 1 breath, 1 movement. So just follow my direction, watch Mar, and we'll do this together. So inhale, the right leg comes up, draw it through for low lunge. Inhale, rise up for warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow down, good. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. Exhale, windmill the arms down, high plank to low. Upward facing and downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, the left leg comes high. Exhale, draw it through for low lunge. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. That's it, one nice flow. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And windmill the arms down, high plank to low. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Great. So you can do that sequence as many times as you'd like, or if you just like to slow it down and stay with the breath. But this is This is really a beautiful sequence that you can do in the morning to kind of get the blood flowing, and you'll feel an amazing difference if you practice this consistently. Mar, look forward on the inhale, and I want you to hop to the top of the mat. Yeah. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit down in chair pose. We've done this before. Good. Hands to prayer at heart center. Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of twisting. So take an inhale, and on the exhale, bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So look down at your left knee, because lots of times it'll just kind of move forward. I want you to draw your hip back. Good. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, begin to twist down to a forward fold or straight legs. Toe heel the feet about hip width distance apart. Take your 2 peace fingers around your big toes, and we're going to come into gorilla pose. So you're going to hold on to those big toes, press the big toe down, take an inhale, and on the exhale, draw the head down and elbows out. We call this a yogi sandwich. So really good. Take an inhale and find some length here, and on the exhale, draw the head down toward the earth. Good. Go ahead and release your hands. Toe heel your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit down in chair pose. Nice and low. There we go. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, twist to the opposite side. So you're going to take your left elbow to the outside. Is that right, Mar? Or it's your right elbow. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Good. So you can see this really great alignment here. Drawing that right hip back. It wants to come forward, but keep drawing it back. Pressing your left hand into your right. Really find the power here of pressing into your hands. Good. One more inhale. And on the exhale, fold over straight legs to forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Step back, high plank to low, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Good job. That's it. Take an inhale. Oh, you're ready to give it a little break. Oh, good. Take an inhale and a ha exhale. Good. Inhale and a ha exhale. Good. Inhale, lift the right leg up and draw it through for low lunge. Good. We'll drop the back knee down. Good. And you can either keep your toes tucked, or you can untuck your toes to bring your hands up to the back of your right knee. Good. So here you might be saying hi to your hips, because they're usually pretty tight in this hip flexor. So you can stay here, or you can take an inhale. And on the exhale, you can press forward and down to get a little bit of stretch here on that hip flexor. If you've been sitting a lot, this should feel really nice. Or maybe it doesn't feel exactly nice right now, but it helps. So take another inhale and press forward and down. Good. One more time. Inhale. And press forward and down. Release the hands to your mat and come back to a downward facing dog. Ooh, yeah. I feel that. Mar, do you feel that?
Yes.
Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you and draw it through for low lunge. Good. Drop that back knee down. So find your posture so that it's a really strong foundation. So if your foot's like this, kind of in a straight line, you might want to toe heel that out. That feels more stable to me. So either toes tucked or toes untucked, and on the inhale you bring your hands to the back of your left knee and you give it a little bit of a smile. Good. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, press the hips forward and down. Inhale, and on the exhale, press the hips forward and down. Great. One more time, inhale, exhale, press forward and down. Good, release the hands to the mat, tuck the toes, and go ahead and send that front leg back for downward facing dog. Good. And again, just kind of pedal that out, one knee and then the other. And then Mar, go ahead and put your feet together. And then I want you to just kind of roll your hips over to the right with the feet together. Yeah. Oh, side plank. Okay. That's even more advanced. So keep your hand on the ground for this one. We actually are going to come to side plank. But now we're just kind of opening up the hips a little bit. And then just roll back to center. And then on to the other side. So you can just kind of feel that motion and back to center and downward facing dog. And we're going to actually move into a side plank pose from this next posture. So inhale, lift the right leg up. Draw it through for low lunge. Rise up for crescent lunge. So reach the arms up. Beautiful. And you can see that Mar has great alignment here. His foot is really rooted on the earth. But he's pressing his heel back and his back leg is nice and straight. Really good. Take an inhale. On the exhale, bring the hands to heart center and do that twist. So the left elbow is going to come to the outside of, let's see, here we are, to the outside of the right knee. Beautiful. Good. So we kind of opened that up earlier. That's it. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, think about twisting from your rib cage. Good. And then release the hands to the inside of the foot. Both hands to the inside of the foot. And for right now, I want you to toe heel your foot to the top of the mat. Yep, and to the outside. Go ahead and drop your back knee down. This is called runner's lunge. So for some of you, this is going to be a pretty deep stretch. You can use your blocks to come down on, or to even sit up, to be up this far. Wherever it feels like the right amount of intensity for you is the perfect place. So yeah, you can adjust, like if you've got some books, you can rest down on those books. And you're just going to focus your breath to the place where it feels tight, or the place that it feels resistant to the postures. Really good. Good. And just through the practice, keep coming back to that intention, to that beginning of the practice. When you set an intention for your time of practice, bring that back to your mind's eye. Do you need more softness in your life? Do you need more power, more strength? Bring that word back, that intention to the practice now. Good. On the next inhale, bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. And here we go. This is where we're going to come into that side plank. So on the inhale, you're going to send that front leg back, roll over with the left arm as the foundation, and reach the right arm up. Now you can stay here. You can drop that bottom knee down for support. Yes. So this is a great way to start this practice, and it's really about opening up the body. Good. Great, Mar. Bring the right hand down and come back to downward facing dog. You got it. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up and drop through for low lunge. Good. On the inhale, rise up for crescent lunge. So reaching the arms up, nice and parallel. Feeling that stretch down the back of the leg, pressing the heel back. Come a little lower in the lunge if you can. You want the knee right over the ankle. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, bring the hands to heart center and twist. So again, the right elbow comes to the outside of your left knee. Are you smiling at everyone? Good. That's it. So go ahead and come into that twist. Beautiful. Take an inhale and an exhale. Yes, remember that big 3-part breath? Come into that nice deep breath. Great. And on the next inhale, bring your hands to the inside of your front foot. Toe heel that foot over and up. Yep, and drop the back knee down. There you go. And find your runner's lunge for today. So this might be different than it was yesterday, or it might be different on this side than it was on the other side. But whatever it is perfect. So find where it fits you for today. And breathe into this posture. Breathe into the power of the body here, the strength that you have, the opening up. Really good, Mar. Mar just got his teacher certificate, so you'll be seeing him in some future classes. So we're looking forward to that. Go ahead and walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And get ready with a big inhale to send the front leg back and roll over onto the right arm as the foundation for side plank. Yeah. You can either stay here or drop that knee down. Beautiful. And you'll notice how his arms are just extended from earth to heaven. So it's really a beautiful opening here. That's it. And then bring the hand back down and downward facing dog. Go ahead and come to child's pose. So taking a little break here. Yeah. And when you're in child's pose, it's just a great place to reconnect with the breath. This can get pretty intense. I mean, we're in an air-conditioned room and we're both sweating. I haven't been doing much of the work, but but this practice can really begin to stir up the body and begin to cause some heat, and that's what we're after. So reconnect with the breath is super important in every single practice. All right, Mar, go ahead and come to downward facing dog, and then just take tiny baby steps to the top of the mat. So little baby steps. Yep. Halfway lift, please. Forward fold. And reverse swan dive all the way up. So take a big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. And go ahead and face them because we're going to come into a little bit of balance. You ready to do that?
Yeah.
Awesome. So the body should be nice and warm and open now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling good and open?
Yeah.
So I think we'll start with tree pose.
Okay.
How about that? So pour your weight. Let's see, how do I like to do this? Bring your hands to heart center. Pour your weight into your left foot. And then just bring the sole of your foot to your ankle. Just see how that feels. This is kind of baby tree. Yeah. And keep rooting down into that left foot. And then maybe draw your foot up onto the side of your calf and see how that feels. And then maybe if you're feeling super tree-like, you can bring your foot all the way into the groin, anywhere except on the knee. So you don't want the foot to land here. You want it above or below the knee. Hands at heart center, knee moving backwards. Good. Away. You want this to be a hip opening. And then you can extend your branches if that feels good, or one branch. However, I mean, there's all kinds of different trees, right? And the trees that are really, the ones that are growing, they're able to bend and move with whatever comes. And that's what it's about. To be rooted in what is true, but to be able to move and to allow the branches to flow. So breathe into this. Woo. Good. And then hands back to heart center. Release the leg forward and down. Kind of shake that out. Good. So what's your favorite tree, Mar?
My favorite type of tree?
Mm-hmm.
An elm tree.
So imagine that elm tree. You're going to be the elm. Good. And whatever your favorite tree is, be that, imagine that, and root down into your right foot. So So feel your roots really going into the earth, hands at heart center. And when you feel like you are rooted down, bring your left foot, sole of the foot to the ankle. And maybe this is where you're practicing today, and that's perfect. If you want to draw your foot up more, go ahead and bring it below the knee. And maybe you want to bring it all the way into the groin. Maybe this side is different. Good. And you can either keep your hands at heart center, or you can extend your branches out or down. Whatever that elm tree in your mind is, be that. And breathe into the space of rooted on the earth, reaching up. And breathe. Beautiful. Bring the hands back to heart center. Bring the knee forward and down. Shake it out. Let's shake it out. Really shake it out. Yeah. Shaking it is really a great thing to do to release tension. It's one of those really simple things that can make a big difference. Good. Let's do one more balance posture. What's your favorite one to do?
Warrior 3.
Warrior 3. Oh, wow. Okay. He asked for it, so. All right, you want to guide that one more?
Sure.
I'll demonstrate, maybe.
Okay, so begin standing in front of your mat.
Okay.
As you inhale, I want you to raise your arms up ahead. And just stay here and ground yourself for a few rounds of breath. Well, one round. And then as you exhale, begin to fold forward. And as you begin to fold forward, begin to lift your left leg, the back of you. And try to form a straight line or like a T shape with your body. And just hold it here. Feel strong in this pose. Reach as far as you can with your arms and your legs. And then when you're ready, exhale, drop that left foot down. Bring your hands to heart. Just stay here for a few. And then when you're ready, raise your arms up ahead again. I forgot this in the beginning, but as you are doing this, begin to move all your weight to your left foot.
Kind of like we did in tree pose.
Tree
Yeah.
pose. And stay here for a few breaths and ground yourself. And when you're ready, begin to lift that right foot and begin to fold forward, making sure that your arms are still straight ahead. And try to make that T shape with your body again. And just feel strong in this pose. And feel that earth pressing up against your feet. And then exhale, dropping that foot down. Bring your hands to heart.
Awesome. That's great.
Thank you.
Go ahead and come back to a downward facing dog. So this is the starting pose for many of the poses in a C1 sequence. So Mark, go ahead and lift your right leg up and draw it through for pigeon. So the right knee is going to come behind your right wrist. And he's just drawing his foot across there. It can be back or it can be forward. Some people like to have their foot more forward. It depends on, kind of your anatomy and what feels good. This is a great prop. If you've got a blanket or a pillow that you can put underneath you, that feels really supportive here. Good. So you can stay upright like this, taking big breaths, kind of like a king pigeon, puffing up the chest. Good. Or you can walk your hands forward to more of what we call a sleeping pigeon. So this alignment's beautiful, the foot coming right back, straight back from the hip. The arms are extended forward. And the hip is opening, I guarantee it. So, good. And we take 5 to 7 full breaths here. So go ahead and be breathing in and breathing out. Nice full breaths. Hips hold a lot of anger. They hold a lot of what we call hot emotions. So things like worry gets held in the hips and when you're feeling frustrated. So coming into these poses that are opening the hips can be really therapeutic and really helpful. Good. Next breath, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Send that front leg back for like a three-legged dog, and just roll the hip out. So bend your knee and kind of roll your knee around, like in a big circle. Yeah, let me see if I can help here. So you've got your knee up and bend it, and then you're just going to take some big circles here. One way and then the other. Yeah. And then release that foot down. Pedal it out. And then inhale, the left leg comes up behind you. Draw it through for pigeon on this side. So I'm going to walk my back knee back. Yeah. And then again, supporting with a blanket or supporting with a pillow. You can stay upright here, which is what I'll do. And then Mar, if you want to go ahead and walk your hands forward. We're breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So breathing breath into that hip space. Exhaling, releasing tension, releasing whatever resistance you might be feeling there. Just breathe into that and let it go. Breathing in and out. 5 full breaths here. If you're upright, maybe you can bring your hands back a little bit so that the heart is leading. Often we'll like to hunch forward, but see if you can just encourage the heart to be forward. And after the 5th breath, go ahead and walk your hands back underneath you. And then press into your hands, tuck your toes under, and send that front leg back, roll it around, big circles with the knee one way, and then the other. Good. And then release that down to the floor. Pedal out that down dog again. Hinge forward to high plank. And come all the way down to your belly. Oh, yes. Go ahead and let the head rest on the earth. Untuck the toes. Maybe windshield wiper the legs here. I was always happy when the teacher says, come on down to the mat and roll over onto your backs. That means we're winding it down. Good. So take just a moment to feel grounded here. Feel the entire back of the body supported on the earth. Yeah, that feels nice, right?
Yes.
And then squeeze the knees in. Give yourself a hug here, Mar. Yeah, and that just releases the tension. Rock a little bit left and right. Feels so good on the low back. You've been working hard. Good. And then we'll come into a twist here. So go ahead and tee out your arms, and I'll move your props for you. And keep your knees bent for now. Good. That's it. Extend your left leg out all the way down to the earth. Good. And then use your left hand to take the right knee across the body for a nice spinal twist. So you can turn your head, if it's okay for your neck, you can turn your head over to the right. If it's not okay, you can just look in the same direction that you're twisting. So breathe here, beginning to release the practice. Twisting is a great way to neutralize the spine, all the work we've been doing. Good, and then come back to center. Hug the knees in again. Yeah. And then sometimes it feels good to do little circles with the knees. Yeah, one way and then the other. And then let's do the opposite side. So hold on to your left knee, extend the right leg down. Tee out the left arm and draw that knee across the body. Good. So your knee might come all the way to the ground, your knee might be up, it doesn't matter. This is a twist for the spine. So just wherever it feels okay for you for now is perfect. So Mar's being our great yoga model here, but we're all different. And so it feels different in our bodies at different times. So just allow the body to gently open up. Really great. Good. Go ahead and come back to center more and squeeze both knees in one more time. Maybe rock forward and back this time. A little bit of kind of spinal massage here. Good. And then go ahead and come back to neutral. Bring the hands to the inside of the feet. We'll come into happy baby. So you can hold on to your toes here. Knees are drawing out and down. And I like to rock back and forth here too. That feels really nice.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can, if you'd like, you can draw one knee down, like pull your right knee down and extend your left leg. This is called archer's pose. So that's a variation on happy baby. And then switch sides. So pulling the left knee down, extending the right heel toward the ceiling. Good. And then back to happy baby, so both knees are drawing out and down. Good. Beautiful. And now I want you to give yourself the biggest hug of the day. So squeeze your knees in, start with your toes, squeeze everything tight. Squeeze your head up to your knees, squeeze your eyes, squeeze your nose, squeeze your mouth. Squeeze everything tight, 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 tight. For 5, tighter, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release to final Shavasana. So go ahead and let your legs just release onto the earth. Let the toes just kind of splay out. Arms are resting down. Not trying to control the breath anymore, but feeling yourself at rest. This is called corpse pose. Corpses don't have anything to do. So it's a really good practice to allow yourself to not have anything to do, but just be. So you can stay here as long as you would like. We're going to finish the practice and send a blessing to you. But you can stay in Shavasana for, it's great if you can stay for 5 or 10 minutes here. And it's kind of like the reset button on your computer. So allow yourself to rest and absorb the practice. And Mar, we will go ahead and roll over onto your right side, cradling your head in your arms. This is a great way to finish as well. And I like to offer gratitude for something or someone in my life when I'm in this posture. So offer, if you would, gratitude for something in your life. It's a powerful practice. And then use your hands to help guide you back to seated, but keep your head tucked down as you move back to a seated posture. Just really slowly, no hurries, hands at heart center when you arrive at seated, head bowed to the heart. May you be blessed. May you know that you are at this time on earth because we need you. So be blessed. Have a great day. Thank you for practicing with us. The light that is in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you. See you next time.